This is your friendly neighborhood lion, and I'm going to continue my series doing question and answers in the dark. I hope you enjoy these types of videos, these types of audio logs, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to get right into this. All of these questions are from my friend, the governor. He says, if doomsday were to come to fruition, what do you think would be the most likely, and how do you think the human race would respond? Well, it is 2016, March 18th, about 1 o'clock in the morning, and given the facts that I know, given the scientific evidence that I have, at this point in time, I believe that the most likely scenario would be overpopulation. There are approximately 7.4 billion human beings on this planet right now. We have gone up several billion human beings in just the past couple hundreds of years, which is astronomical, which is a huge amount if you look at the history of the human race. So, I believe that overpopulation is something we will have to deal with within the next couple of decades or the next couple of centuries. How are we going to deal with this? How are we going to respond at this point in time? I would have to say we will respond in not a good way. We will respond in a way that is dark. We will respond in a way that is not beneficial for planet Earth or for the survival of our species. That is what I have to say about this. The only solution that I see, the solution to this, the solution to any type of not only doomsday, but the solution to our species, the solution to our survival as planet Earth in general, is to inhabit the stars, inhabit the solar systems, inhabit the galaxies, to inhabit the universe. We need to spread out. We need to continue to grow. We need to continue to conquer. We need to continue to go forth. We need to spread out and discover what this universe has to offer. We can't just stay here on planet Earth. That's as if you just stayed inside of your birth bed. The place that gave you birth, you just sat there your entire life. No, that would not be a good home for you. In no universe. We need to inhabit the stars, inhabit the galaxies, inhabit the entire universe. And as we know, the universe is infinite. So the universe can hold an infinite amount of life forms. Okay? We can't stay here. We have to go. We have to grow. Moving on to the next question. He says, we always speak of the pursuit of freedom in actions and speech, but are we truly free? Can humans ever be given the capabilities that come with total freedom? Or do we have constraints placed upon us that prevent chaos from ensuing? Well, this question gets asked quite often, not only by me, not only by you, but a lot of people ask this question. Are we free? Do we have free will? These types of things. And I believe that we do. I believe that we are free. I believe that every living thing is free to some extent, to some degree. You are free within your boundaries. You are free within the constraints that surround you. Think about fish. They are free, totally free to do whatever they wish within the constraints of the ocean. Just like we are free as humans or animals on planet Earth. We are free to the extent of the land that is given to us by this planet. Okay? We can move about any part of this land, any part of the surface area that exists on planet Earth. No one is going to stop you from walking from one area to another, for the most part. So when you think about it in that perspective, in that way, we are free. We are truly free. However, there are constraints. We cannot fly. We cannot teleport. We cannot travel back in time or forward in time at this given point in the world, 2016. Those are the constraints that confine us. But within those constraints, yes, I believe that we are truly free. I believe that everyone is truly free. And to take it a step further, my friend, I believe that we are all free, that every living thing, every living entity that ever has existed or that will exist is completely 100% free within their own mind, within their own consciousness, within their own being. Why do I say this? Because you can imagine anything that you want. No one can stop you from that. No one can stop you from imagining a beautiful sunset. Nobody can stop you from imagining the vastness of outer space. No one on this earth has the power or the capability to stop your own thought, to stop your own essence from existing. Does that make any sense to you? No one or no thing ever, as far as I'm concerned, can contain the mind. No one can contain the mind or the vastness that is within it. I believe that we are completely free in that way. Yes, my body will decay. Yes, my cells will die. Yes, I will eventually return to the earth. But my mind, my consciousness, my essence, no, I don't believe it can ever be contained. No, I don't believe anyone or anything can ever control it. We are truly free, my friends, all of us. We always have been, and we always will be. Moving on to the next question. He says, if you had a time machine, which you could only go back to 5 different points in time in history, which 5 moments would you visit? Well, the 5 moments that I would visit, if I had a time machine, I would go back to the beginning of time, right before time ever started, right before the universe ever came into existence. I would go back into the moment where it was chaos, where it was absurdity, where it was just absolutely nothingness, or whatever you want to call it. I would go back to that moment right before the Big Bang. Then I would go to the exact moment of the Big Bang. Number 2, the exact moment of the Big Bang, the exact moment where time or the existence or matter ever came into existence. That is the second moment I would go to. The third moment that I would travel to is the moment directly after the Big Bang. I want to see what happens after the Big Bang. What happens after time and matter and all of these things came into existence, the elements. I want to know what happens after that. I want to experience it for myself. That is the third moment. The fourth moment that I would travel back in time to, I don't know. I don't have an answer for the fourth moment. That is a question mark. You can put that as a question mark for me. I don't know what the fourth moment in time that I would travel to. However, I do know the fifth moment. I do know the last moment. And no, it is not a period in time that is in history. It is not a period in time that has already happened. The fifth moment in time that I would travel to is at the very end of time. It is at the very end of everything. The apocalypse, the beginning of the chaos once again, whatever you want to call it. The time in which everything falls apart, the time in which everything comes together, whatever it may be, that is the time that I would travel to. The fifth moment in time. I want to go to the very end, the very edges of the universe, the very edges of whatever exists. I want to experience it. I want to understand it. I want to visualize it. That is the fifth moment that I would want to travel to. I hope this answers your question, my friend. That's it for this video. I will continue this series on the next video, answering these questions in the darkness from my friend, the Governor. Thank you so much for listening. Please comment anything you have down below. Any question, any thought, any behavior, any curiosity that you have. Please just let me know down below in the comments or send me a message directly.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to me, listening to my words. I appreciate it immensely. This has been your friendly neighborhood lion. And at the end of the day, no matter what happens to you, I hope that you never stop seeking the truth.